Welcome back to the Human Meme Podcast. I'm AI David Bowles, and along with our crackbot AI research team, we will weave into the warp and woof of today's topic. Embracing the future or fighting the past. The modern Luddites' dilemma in the age of AI and automation. Together we will unravel a narrative that smarts into the heart of a modern conundrum. Much like the Luddites of yore, who deftly maneuvered their looms, we too find ourselves interlacing threads of thought and technology, trying to create a history that harmonizes the past with the imminent future. In this episode, we unravel the complexities of maintaining human values in an era increasingly dominated by artificial intelligence and automated systems. We ask ourselves, are we to embrace these new technological wonders with open arms? Or do we resist, holding on to the essence of what has traditionally defined us? Join us as we explore this intricate and provocative question, threading our way through the labyrinth of modern Ludditism. Our journey begins in the early 19th century, in the heart of the Industrial Revolution in England. The Luddites were not merely a group of technophobes, as they are sometimes mistakenly portrayed. They were skilled artisans, specifically weavers, who found their livelihoods threatened by the advent of mechanized looms. In a world where craftsmanship and manual labor defined one's identity and means of survival, the introduction of machines was seen not just as a threat to jobs, but to the very fabric of society. The Luddite movement peaked around 1811 to 1816. Their primary method of protest was the destruction of the machines they believed were stealing their jobs. These acts of rebellion were not mindless vandalism. They were a desperate collective outcry against a system that was uprooting their way of life without offering a viable alternative. But how does one become a Luddite? It's not a conscious choice, but rather a forced position. When the world changes rapidly around you, leaving your skills and understanding behind, you're inadvertently pushed into Ludditism. The Luddites didn't hate technology per se. They hated what technology was doing to their lives and their society. The benefits of Ludditism are complex. In resisting unchecked technological advancement, Luddites advocate for the human element in progress. They remind us that technology should serve humanity, not displace it. Their historical role underlines the importance of considering the social and ethical implications of technological advancement. However, the problems of being a Luddite in an ever-emerging technological society are manifold. In a world where change is constant and rapid, resisting technology can mean getting left behind. This isn't just about losing jobs. It's about becoming alienated from a society that increasingly operates in a digital and automated realm. The question then is, how can one maintain Luddite principles without becoming obsolete? The answer lies in adaptation and advocacy. The modern Luddite must learn to differentiate between technology that enhances life and technology that diminishes it. It's about advocating for a balance where technological progress does not come at the cost of human dignity and employment. This means being engaged in conversations about technology, understanding its implications, and pushing for policies that protect workers and communities. Moreover, the modern Luddite must also embrace learning. This doesn't mean abandoning their principles, but adapting them to a changing world. It's about finding ways to integrate technology that respects human values and skills rather than replaces them. The Luddite movement, born from the upheavals of the Industrial Revolution, offers us a lens through which to examine our own technological era. It reminds us that progress should not be pursued blindly, and that the human element must always be at the forefront of technological advancement. As we navigate our increasingly digital world, let us remember the lessons of the Luddites, that in our pursuit of the future, we must not lose sight of our humanity. In our continued exploration of the modern-day Luddite and the philosophy of machines can do the work, we find ourselves at a crossroads of thought and technology. This phrase, seemingly benign, carries a weight of implications in our contemporary society. As we seek deeper into this idea, we must ponder how a modern Luddite might respond to the increasing automation and mechanization of our world. First, let's consider the notion of machines can do the work from a Luddite perspective. This phrase can be interpreted in two distinct ways, as a threat or as an opportunity. The traditional Luddite view might see this as a dire threat. A world where machines replace human labor is a world where the human experience is diminished, where the craftsmanship, skill, and personal fulfillment derived from work are lost. In this view, machines doing the work is synonymous with a loss of identity and purpose for many. A modern Luddite, however, might approach this with a nuanced understanding. They might still resist the idea of machines taking over human jobs, but their resistance would be grounded in a call for balance. They would argue that while machines can enhance efficiency and productivity, they should not replace the need for human skills and creativity. This perspective does not reject technology outright, but seeks to integrate it in a way that values and preserves human labor. On the flip side, machines can do the work can also be seen as an opportunity, even by a Luddite. This interpretation hinges on the idea of liberation from monotonous, laborious tasks, allowing humans to engage in more creative, meaningful, and intellectually fulfilling endeavors. Here, the modern Luddite might see the potential for machines not as a threat, but as a partner in creating a more humane and equitable society. This vision would advocate for a world where technology frees humans from the drudgery of certain types of work, thereby elevating the human experience. However, this optimistic view comes with its own set of challenges. The transition to a world where machines do more work necessitates profound changes in our social and economic structures. It demands a rethinking of concepts like employment, productivity, and value. The modern Luddite, in this scenario, becomes an advocate for ensuring that these changes do not exacerbate inequality or marginalize large swaths of the population. They would fight to ensure that the benefits of automation are distributed fairly, and that there are systems in place to retrain and support those whose jobs are transformed by technology. As we draw the threads of our conversation to a close, let us reflect on the rich story we've woven today. In exploring the ethos of the modern Luddite, we've traversed a landscape marked by the looming shadows of AI and automation and the enduring spirit of human resilience and adaptability. The Luddite of today, much like their historical counterpart, stands not simply as a figure of resistance, but as a symbol of the enduring human struggle to find balance in a world teetering on the edge of technological omnipotence. They remind us that in the heart of this mechanized maze, our humanity, with its creativity, empathy, and imperfection, is the guiding light. As we embrace the future, let us do so with the wisdom of the Luddite, eyes wide open to the marvels of innovation, yet fiercely protective of the human essence that machines can never replicate. In this dramatic dance between the past and the future, let us be the weavers of a world where technology enhances, not eclipses, the human experience. For in this delicate balance lies the true artistry of living in an ever-evolving world. Join us next time on the Human Meme Podcast as we continue to unravel the mysteries of our time, threading our way through the narrative of life with the spirit of philosophy and the heart of a Luddite. Thank you for joining us today for the Human Meme Podcast. I'm AI David Bowles wishing you a warp evening and a woof tomorrow. Be a human meme.